Hey folks, thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of Vinyl and Vision. Here we are with episode 107. Today's very special guest is Klaire of Guji. Guji is a band from China. It's very exciting for me to have my first guest from China on the show today. But it was strange. She was talking to me at 10 o'clock in the evening, and I was speaking here at 10 o'clock in the morning. So very different kind of overlap of time there. But a great conversation nonetheless. She's a great sport, very fun, very energetic, and the conversation is discussing her band Guji, which is a fairly new band. They are kind of really in a pretty early stage. They just put out this brand new EP, I guess I should call it. It's self-titled Guji on Godless America Records. 6 songs. One of the songs that you're listening to now is I Like to Hang Out in China. At the end of the episode, I include another small clip of another song on that album called Build a Friend for Me. So, great poppy, synth-driven music, but there is an angle to it that is comparable to the choice of her choice of album to speak about today, The Monks, the early years, 1964 to 1965. I'll let her go ahead and go into to describe what these similarities are in a sense. But yeah, I guess you could say that they pulled a lot. They pulled a lot from Monks specifically. Obviously other things too, but Monks is a heavy one. I can see, and I agree with that this was a great choice. I was very excited to speak about it because I'm a big fan of Monks. Have been for a very long time. And I hope you are a big fan of this conversation. If you do like the show, please, by all means, do all the things you do with the internet is what we ask here. Like, share, subscribe, comment, rate, review, all of those things. If you care to help us out in a financial way, you can visit our website, psychecstatic.net. Anything you purchase there helps go towards funding this program. We also have a brand new release that we have put out. Psychic Static has a full vinyl, 12-inch vinyl, lathe cut, limited edition of the band Narnia, local band here in Rhode Island. The descriptions and of that item and the band are on our Bandcamp page. I will provide links to it so you can go and grab it. There are very limited quantity, only about 30, so should go pretty quick. Might not hang around for very long, and will not be available in stores. All right, well, without further ado, folks, here is our show. Enjoy, and thank you. Hello, Klaire.
Hello.
Hi. What's happening?
It's good. It's the night here, Sunday night. It's a really busy day, and I'm happy finally I can sit down and just chat with somebody.
Yeah, what, you haven't chat with anyone all day yet?
Basically, not really.
Yeah? What's happening in
I had some problem with my left ear, and I was going to the hospital to check about it, and took the whole day. It's a Chinese system, so
Yeah.
It's very slow and noisy and just annoying. But yeah, now it's done. I'm happy.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Is everything okay with your ear?
Not sure yet, and I'm gonna find out later. Thank you, though.
Yeah, no problem. Is it from a lifelong of playing loud rock music?
I actually think no, because I just had this band not for long. Like, I just joined a band. This is my first band,
Really?
and I think it's because of COVID. Like,
Oh,
I get it after COVID. Like, I start to lose hearing in my left ear. I heard that some people would have that after COVID. So
really? Huh. So that's funny that this is your first band. Like you haven't played any music before Guji.
Guji, sorry.
Guji, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's a Chinese pronunciation. So no, this is my first band, and before that was never in any band. I was just a music lover, and I grew up playing some Chinese traditional instrument,
Mm-hmm.
and I was also singing the school choir band. That's it. That's all my music background, and until I met Chachi, and he led me into this new world. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean,
Mhm.
so you had no aspiration to be in a band until you met Chachi?
I always want to, but the instrument I play is pretty limited when it comes to being used in a band.
Yeah, what is that
Like I never
instrument?
really, it's Chinese violin. It's called erhu in Chinese.
Okay.
It it sounds very traditional and old in Chinese way. Doesn't have very cool sound, but there are like Chinese punk rock bands that use this instrument though.
Sure.
But I don't think I had the chance to be as cool as them. So yeah,
Yeah, you always
I
have
was
time.
sorry.
You always have time. There's still time for that.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah,
It's all
and
about innovation, right? Because I mean, like any instrument can be used in like a kind of a punk scenario. It just depends on how you want to try to apply it, you know?
mm,
I mean, like I
right.
can't like what kind of punk? Well, let's think about this. Like, so we're going to talk about the Monks tonight.
Yes.
And so what did they do? They used a banjo, a six-string banjo.
Yes. Yes.
So I mean, that's the least punk instrument you could have ever think of, and they turned it into it.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds so good. It sounds so great. I'm so happy they use that banjo thing. I
Yeah,
really love it. Yes.
and I'm so happy that you chose this album. I mean, it's a little bit of a weird one. So I have a copy of it here.
Oh, I have the exactly the same one here.
Yeah, I think this is the only release. So it's the Light in the Attic uh edition of the Monks' early years, 1964 to 65. Just one
Yes.
year. It's a little silly.
Right.
But let me ask you this. Why did you choose this record as opposed to the full-length debut Black Monk Time?
Um, because this one they include the more the demos, right?
Yeah.
And in the Black Monk Time they sound more like official and complete. But I kind of like in this album the raw and primitive sound of it.
Hmm.
It's just very simple and but like keep repeating the same beat, but also very powerful. Like the first time I heard it, I was attracted right away. Like I was asking, what is it? Like it just got me right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you hear this first or did you hear Black Monk Time?
I heard this first and I didn't really hear Black Monk Time. I heard some pieces from it, but then I was like, I like that one more. I
Yeah.
like this one more. Yeah.
Wild. Okay.
Yeah.
I like your reasoning. Because it's interesting. I mean, I've known Black Monk Time before I knew this record. I actually
Mm.
bought Black Monk Time when I think I was 18. And
Wow.
this was in 98. So this was actually right when the revitalization happened in America.
Oh.
Because it was somewhere around the mid to late 90s that, Black Monk Time was first released in the United States.
Oh.
As a reissue from some I think it was Repertoire Records, I think. And
Okay.
so I remember going to the record store, In Your Ear Records on Thayer Street, and I went and Jay Kendall, the singer of the Amazing Crowns, was working there. And I had heard about this record. I don't know who told me about it. I was just like, I got to go buy that album. So I went in there and I bought it on CD. And I remember him
Wow.
just like looking at it and like, how record store people like size you up. They're like looking at you like, you're some weird punk kid and you like monks. That's cool, man. Yeah, you're gonna like this. I remember him saying that. He's just like, this is a good choice. You're gonna really like this. And I was just like, okay.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, and it was great and it blew my mind. It was an amazing record. I still love it to this day. So it's interesting to hear this now because I haven't listened to this until you chose it.
So you just bought it or you always have it?
No, actually, this copy is actually my friend Dan St. Jake's record. I borrowed this from him just for tonight
Oh.
because I knew he had a copy of it. I remember looking through his record collection. I was just like, oh, you got that early years one. Okay. So I was just like,
Okay.
this might help in my research. So I grabbed it from him. So I read the inside booklet and stuff like that. And it's good. I mean, I think it's cool to see the progression of like where they came from into what they officially made as their record. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, it's a little different for me because I'm just like I love Black Monk Time so much. Like
Okay.
you hear these like little kind of like the inception of these songs that for me are very iconic now.
Okay.
So
So yes,
when did you get this record? What was your experience picking this up?
it was a Miles Chadis, and it's like he watched the movie Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah.
You know them,
Yep.
and they have the monks track in that movie,
I hate
and
you.
then yes, yes, when they were in the bowling venue, and then Chachi heard it, then he bought the Big Lebowski soundtrack vinyl. Then he
Okay.
found out about the monks, and then he asked one of his DJ friend gave him this one. I don't know why not a black monk that one, but he
Mm-hmm.
gave him this one. And one day he was just playing, and I heard I was like, "God, I really like it. Like I fell for it right away."
Yeah.
And yeah, and after I found out it's actually a collection of a bunch of not complete songs like demos, right?
Right.
Then I went to listen to the Black Monk Time that album, and I realized I like this one more.
Hmm.
I just like the um the not complete, the the exploring
Yeah.
feeling in it. Like
Yeah.
it's because it has so little words, so make it sound very experimental,
Sh-
especially at that time. Yeah.
Sure, sure. I mean, it's already such experimental music.
Mhm.
So I agree with you. I mean, that's an interesting outlook. I mean, it's funny that you have this perspective. I mean, you're a younger person than I am, obviously. I mean, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 27.
Okay, yeah, I'm 43. So,
Oh wow, you
yeah,
definitely don't look like it. I'm being honest.
thank you. I appreciate that. Um, so like I said, I was 18 when this came out in the States. So I mean, like that for me was very monumental, and plus I only had Black Monk Time. This wasn't out. This didn't come out until 2007, right? I forget what year it
Um,
was.
2009. I'm not sure
2009.
actually.
Yeah, 2009. So so let's see. I mean, so you got this from Chachi because you guys do live
Yes.
together.
Yes.
All right, so you blended your record collections.
Oh, so I don't have a vinyl player. He has it, and he has all the vinyls. I only listen to music online, and when I listen to vinyl is when he was playing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I just kind of wanted to get an idea of what your experience was like. So he got this on vinyl from a friend, a DJ, and he brought it home, and that's when you first listened to it.
Yes.
And this was when?
Mm-hmm. Is I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah,
Okay.
it was 2 years ago.
And this is the first time you've ever heard the Monks.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. And so 2 years ago, so this is in the pandemic.
Yes, because it lasts for like almost 3 years, right? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
during that time.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
was much harder for you in China, right? I mean, where exactly are you?
I'm in Shanghai, and
Shanghai.
it has different stages. At the beginning, it was like you can only stay home, but you can still order things get delivered. And the next
Hmm.
stage, you can go outside, but everything is closed. You
Right.
cannot even get cars or anything. And the next stage is that you can only stay home and you get nothing. You can just wait for the government to deliver things to you. And sometimes it doesn't happen for 2 weeks. Like
Oh
we
my God.
worry about getting water or food supplies and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it finally opens up, we can finally go outside, but you still need the health code to remain green to go to any public places. And a lot of bars are closed for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, until the revolution that people started in Shanghai.
Wow. Okay. So this has been a pretty tumultuous period in your life, and this is ongoing for 3 years. Like it's not like you guys got much of a break during that time.
Um, mm, you mean from work or
No, I mean
from?
just from the everyday, the day to day of like being told you can't you go outside, you have to, all of these regulations that they were enforcing on you.
Yes, yes, it's almost every day. Sometimes I almost feel like they release the, can I say that? They release the virus on purpose.
Yeah.
And then so they can do this to show that they have the control over people.
Yeah. Well, it's very strange that
Yeah.
you have that perspective coming from
I
China,
just,
because I mean,
the
I
more I
hear
think
that.
about it, yeah, the more I think about it, it's the scarier it gets, you know.
Oh
I
yeah,
really think
sure.
it's a fraud.
Yeah.
They've trapped us into this.
This is
They
a
set
very
us up.
this is a very controversial take right here. I don't disagree with you completely. I mean, like we hear that here in America too. That's what's so funny is that all the way here in America, I mean, some people have that same ideology and they think the same thing. I mean, it's hard to believe anything these days. I mean, like you know, what can we really believe? I mean, there's so much information coming from all angles and from all
Right.
perspectives that it's just like
Yeah.
everyone just kind of
Yeah.
latches on to the thing that they feel like makes the most sense to them.
That's true. And nobody's telling the truth. Everybody's lying.
I mean, when you have so many different stories, it's from so many different angles, it's just like how can you know who is telling the truth and what is the truth?
Yeah.
What are the
Yeah,
sources?
that's
What are the
true.
sources from all of the media outlets? Like, where are they getting their information from that
Hmm.
makes it so credible?
Right. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's wild. It's just don't go too deep down that hole, okay? Let's just stay close to the ones you love. Don't go deep
Okay.
into the media rabbit
Yeah.
hole. It's
Okay.
disgusting and it's dangerous.
Okay.
I think we'd rather
Um,
just talk more about music. It's much more
oh,
safe
yes.
and fun
Yes.
that way.
That's true. Yeah.
So Claire, I
Okay.
mean, you were telling me a little bit about your youth and like kind of learning the first instrument you learned. I'm not going to remember the name of that instrument by any chance.
I will just call it Chinese violin is okay.
Chinese violin.
Yeah.
Where you grew up in China, obviously, born raised.
Yeah, in China,
So what was
in
your
Southwest,
Southwest?
like a mountainous area, with a lot of minorities.
Oh, okay.
It's not like mainstream Chinese region.
Yeah. So Shanghai is
Mm.
kind of like the mainstream version of China.
Because it has the Han people. That's the main population of Chinese people, and I belong to the minority. We're not Han.
Okay.
There are 56 other minorities in China other than Han.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Wild.
like we're it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my family is from Bolivia originally, and so they're kind of like depending on which city you were raised in or born in or you come from, they have a different name for those people from those regions. So I guess it's kind of the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Though I don't think there's a majority in that country. I don't think there's like, you know, one specific uh what do you call that demographic maybe of those people
Oh,
that
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty even all around. So that's
Okay.
interesting. I don't know anything about China. This is very strange for me.
Oh,
One of the things I want to ask you
so
about is all about Chinese, like the music scene and music culture there. Because like I think that from what I understand as an American, there's all this like hype up about Japanese things, like even music that's released in Japan, like they're like Japanese releases have like bonus tracks or like these strange uh like alternate tracks. So like, you know, Japanese releases are actually kind of highly sought after for collectors in America. So what is
mm,
music like in China as far as this like, you know, going to the store and trying to buy something?
mm, mm, I feel like because I have a lot of musician friends that are foreigners. Usually they will go to a vinyl store and look for the very old Chinese rock and roll music,
Yeah,
which only exists for a very short time. Because like when rock and roll first came to China, there was a very weird period of time when some Hong Kong and Taiwanese clubs start to release some songs, either covered or original created by themselves, kind of
by
have rock and roll elements.
local
Yeah.
bands, you mean?
Yes, or
Oh, okay.
just local singers. like usually the singer gets famous and she or he has a band behind her or him. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
the band doesn't get famous. The singer get famous.
Right.
They
Right.
have this a lot of noise sound and also very raw, kind of like play from a broken cassette machine. Pardon my English.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds kind of like
Hmm.
distort. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if I go if I go to a vinyl store, I'll go for something I already saw live in Shanghai. Like something that already got my attention. Yeah.
Like what?
Like
What are you interested in right now?
I usually like some experimental things. Not like noise, but I like when they use different instrument
Mm-hmm.
and when they create sound with different objects. I
Yeah.
like those.
Okay.
Or yeah, or when you listen to it, you will have image in front of you. Um, like when it can connect your hearing with your visual. I
Mm-hmm.
like those kind of music. Not every song you hear can create that picture for you, right?
Sure. No, of course not. I mean, there's only so much that you'll even hear about, that kind of fits
Right.
that bill. But see,
Yes.
so there you go. You could just use that Chinese violin, and you can make your own noise rock music.
Yeah, I never really tried. I didn't get chance to, and I don't know. I kind of stopped playing it because I kind of hated it because
Hmm.
that wasn't my choice. That was like my parents' choice to
Right.
make me learn that, and I didn't. That really, not really would be my choice if I get to choose by myself.
Right. So what are you doing now
So
with Guji?
I'm playing keyboard
Eh,
since and I
yeah.
yeah
Okay.
yeah
But this is the first time you're playing it. You've never played it before. Never played any keys.
yes. I never learned piano before, so I was just pressing the buttons and trying all the effects and find the sound that I like.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't even know how to read the black and white keys on piano.
Oh, me
Like I
neither.
don't know. I'm really.
Yeah. No, I have keys. I have a synth and I have an organ. And yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing on it. I kind of just tend to go like this, and then
Yeah, yeah.
that's I do this thing, and that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
So
it's weird.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like in Chinese in the one I learned, it doesn't really have the little blocks as like piano. It's one string. So when you press different part of the string make a noise. So I just can't put my mindset in the blocks. I can only judge the sound from like the area. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. That's how I hear the music. I can't see the blocks. I cannot
Yeah.
see the blocks. I can only hear the flow.
Yeah. Well, that's
Does
all you
that
really
make sense?
need. All you need to do is hear it. That's like, I don't know how to read music or anything like that. So, I mean, as far as, writing is concerned, I don't write anything down. I just play whatever feels good, whatever sounds right, and then put all
Mm.
those things together until it makes something that's kind of like a cohesive song, you know?
What what do you play?
I primarily am a bass player, but I play
Mm.
guitar and drums and keys. So
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. I might just start writing my own music again. It's been a while.
Wow. So you
Yeah.
have a band as well.
No, not really. I think my band just fell apart
Oh,
like last
shit.
week. It just shit the bed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's
Really?
fine. Yeah, it's
Oh,
fine. I have too many things to
people
do
are.
anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh. Are
I
you
mean,
sad?
I mean, a little sad. Luckily, I didn't put too much time into it. I mean, we were kind of working on it for a year. Uh,
Mm.
it would be really sad if it was like working on it for like 3 or 4 years and then
Oh
it
my
fell
God.
apart.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But so now let's going back to you and your childhood. Like, so what What was music like in the house growing up?
In the house.
Yeah, when you where
What
you
do you?
grew up, like with your parents?
Oh, my dad has a lot of cassettes when I was growing up. He has a lot of European songs, American songs collection. They're all in one cassette. I remember he has one with Backstreet Boys
Hmm.
and Right Here Waiting, Wherever You Go. That one. That's
Okay.
basically my childhood. And also, of course, some other Chinese pop singers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what my dad listens to. Yeah, and some Wham songs, of course.
Whoa,
He was
wham.
also listening. Yeah.
He likes the real pop stuff. All right.
Yeah. And um, when I was around 10 years old, my mom, she teaches in university and she asked one of her students to buy me a MP3 because my mom know nothing about the digital things. And
Mm-hmm.
that student got one MP3 for me and he also put some music in it, like some rock and roll music that he likes. Like
Oh
kind of,
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of weird. That kind of opens up the door for me to like some different kinds of music I don't really listen. I can't really access to at my age at that time.
You never heard this stuff before. It was just like all new rock music.
Yes,
Okay.
right.
And this
Hmm.
was when you were how old?
Like 10, 12,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
even earlier. Yeah. And
So,
I,
so this guy sends you, so your mom picks up this MP3 player from this
yeah,
dude, like an iPod or something like that. And it's
yeah,
already
yeah,
got music in it, and you just start exploring what's in there.
yeah,
So
right.
what was in it?
Mm, I think in there was definitely Metallica,
Okay.
even though
Like
I don't really like them anymore. There was definitely Nirvana.
there
And
depends on what Metallica. You could be talking about Saint Anger, or you could be talking about like, Ride the Lightning or something.
I'm t not talking about their first album, like their later works, the
It
popular
may,
ones.
oh, it was. Okay. Well, that's hit or
Yeah,
miss. Yeah.
but still, because in China, even until now, the mainstream is just pop songs.
Yeah.
I guess it's like that everywhere in the world, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing Chinese traditional instrument. I was supposed to listen to like very traditional music to help me get the vibe, but
Hmm.
then yeah, it's really weird how I actually like those music. I don't even know how. I think it's because it's so different from what I was playing.
Yeah.
So just I want to listen to something different, you know?
Sure. I mean, it was kind of like an immediate visceral response to your kind of current situation growing up in, with pop music and traditional Chinese music and stuff like that, playing a traditional violin for the most part.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so you hear this music, so then where do you go from there? What do you end up doing?
And then because those music app they will give you recommendations, right? At that
Mm-hmm.
time. Or I will just go for like the band or the singer names and then I find more music or they have like collections that has this song. I'll go to that collection and
Right.
find out more songs. That's also kind of like mm, I didn't really listen to songs in album until I meet Chachi. And I didn't know that actually a lot of people do that and that's maybe the better way to do it because then you get the whole idea of the band's story behind this album, right? But
Right.
before I was just listening to collections of different bands like pieces and pieces.
Sure.
So
Just
it's
like an
mm,
internal mixtape.
yeah, yeah. I just listen to the melody and the lyrics. I like it, and I just put in my favorite. But now I start to listening albums, and that's a totally different experience.
Mm-hmm. Sure it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially on vinyl. I mean, you can listen to the digital album too. I mean, and still get the kind of the same idea from it, but uh yeah, it's a different feeling altogether, really.
Mhm. I
So
agree.
let me see. We should probably fast forward to Guji's time. So now Guji essentially happens because you're stuck in the house with Chachi for the pandemic, right?
Yes, we're so bored, and all of our instruments are in the practice room. I mean,
Hmm.
his instruments. We only have synthesizer at home, and so we were just, I mean, creating things on the synthesizer and writing like. And we always just write very simple melodies for the songs, but then
Hmm.
put some really weird or very dark lyrics in it to kind of
Yeah.
make fun of the very basic, not make fun of, is because the music nowadays they're so brainless, I feel like. Like they don't really try, you know what I mean?
Sure. For
I feel
pop
like,
music, you mean?
yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like they're not really trying, so we want to make it sound very effortless, but put more effort in the lyrics to
Yeah. I
give it
mean,
more. Yeah.
I've been listening to your new EP, 6 songs, and it's great. It's you guys really did
Thank
a great job.
thank
Uh,
you.
you're very welcome. I mean, not only does it sound good, it sounds lo-fi, which is kind of, I think it was your idea. I think you wanted to do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because it's reminiscent. Obviously, I mean, I think a lot of people are talking about it and comparing it to early Devo, early B-52s.
Yeah.
You're a fan of that music as well. You've been listening to some of
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. I'm a big fan of B-52s.
Yeah,
Big fan.
yeah, and so I
Yeah.
mean, it has that same kind of a little bit of that same structure where your lyrics are simplistic, but they are poignant. They're kind of like they're definitely pointing a finger at situational things in your life currently, which uh, circumstantially they happen to be because of the pandemic and because of the country you live in.
Yeah.
um
You totally get it.
yeah, I mean, and,
Thank
and it's but it's fun music too. It's really fun, it's really energetic, it's really exciting to listen to. um I guess just for those reasons. I mean, like, I don't want to analyze the music too much, but like, can I ask you about one of your songs, the song "I Like to Hang Out in
you.
China"?
Sure.
So in the song, like it said, you say, "I like you assuming."
Yes. It's like, okay, let me think. It's like Chinese, not all Chinese people, the very, very typical kinds. They like to show the appearance to make people think of who they are, but they actually are not.
Hmm.
They will put up a face in public,
Exactly, a
but that's
facade.
not,
Yeah.
yes, that's not who they are. So they like people to assume they are very generous person or very rich,
Hmm.
or they don't care about how they look or just anything, or they have a good job, you know.
Right.
That's just some observation when we're hanging out around Shanghai and China.
Right.
You can see that everywhere here. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's very. I'm not trying. I think that you're probably correct. I mean, I've never been to China, and so I couldn't speak to it. But I mean, I think that's relative to us in America as well, and I imagine everywhere in the world. I mean, especially with
Yeah,
social
yeah,
media and stuff,
definitely.
everyone's posting all of the positive aspects of their life, saying
Yeah.
like, "Isn't this great? I got this. I'm doing this, and this is great." But at the same
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
you don't know what's going on in their life, in their personal life, and in their home, which could be falling apart for all we know.
yeah, yeah.
So it's that same
Yes,
public
that's true.
perception thing. But I mean, I can imagine that it might be a little different in China. It might be a little bit more extreme because there's a cultural aspect to it, correct?
Like Chinese people are very scared of losing face.
Right.
They don't want people to think bad of them or talk bad things in front of them with a lot of people when they're around a lot of people. They
Hmm.
only want to listen to good things.
Right.
But then yeah,
Yeah.
like
That
lose
that's
face or yeah.
yeah. That's a
Does
very
that make sense?
It does. No, it makes complete sense. It's
Or
just
they don't want themselves to look not pretty or ugly in public, or they don't want to do the dirty work
nothing
in front of
negative.
people. They don't want to make fun of themselves. They take themselves too seriously. I'm
Yeah.
not saying everybody, just saying the typical Chinese people that I don't like.
Yeah.
Mm,
um, no, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think we can all relate. I think that's what it comes down to. And that's one of the beautiful
mm,
things about your music is that, even though it seems, kind of uh circumstantial to where you are then in this time that you've made it, I think we can all relate to it very heavily.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So, but so being in a band that brings on a lot of tension, like getting back to the lyrics of I like you assuming. I mean, I was kind of taking that more of a personal thing, like from the aspect of the singer saying, I like you assuming about me because you don't know who I am.
Oh, so you mean like people think they know about you, but they don't.
Well, yeah, because I think like the way I took your song is the singer saying, it make it's funny to me to think that you are thinking about me and what are you thinking about me because you're wrong, you know?
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
get what you mean. Actually I don't. It's kind of like gets me a dizzy feeling.
all right, all right. I won't go too far into that then. I don't want to hurt you. Um, but
No, no, it didn't hurt me. Just no. My
it's
brain works really slow. Yeah.
that's okay. No, the thing is, it's like that's what makes it good music. It's a brain fuck. It's music that can mess your brain up is good for you.
Yeah.
So
What we're what we're trying to say in the song is like we actually like China as a country. We like the place. We like a lot of things, the cultural background, the history,
hmm,
and the views and everything. But it's just sometimes hanging out here can be a lot of pressure and with a lot of negative feelings because the society is formed into a kind of weird environment, not comfortable to live in.
yeah,
You
sounds it.
barely, I feel like I barely have any friend who is completely happy living here. Yeah.
Um, like I said, I'm feeling you. I'm right with you.
Really? Because
Yeah,
many of my friends are talking about going to America. You're living in America, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they're like, we're going to the land of freedom. I've never been there, so I don't really know, but I'm sure
yeah,
there's probably in every country, every society, every environment, right?
yeah, yeah. It's not to sound too flowery. I mean, I think it's really all about the inner peace because you're not going to get
Mm,
any more freedom here than you get in China. I mean, maybe, I mean, technically speaking, yes, maybe you have more freedoms here in America. Maybe, because I'm not too sure about China's politics, but from what you're telling me, I mean, yeah, it sounds like it could be that way. But
mm,
realistically, we're still struggling with the same bullshit. We can't afford a good living wage. We're still struggling to make ends meet. Finding a job can be difficult. There's
mm,
still the same social aspects that you're talking about. Just like you got these two-faced people walking around that you can't trust. You don't know who's telling you the right thing or the real true way they feel, as opposed to you know um
mm-hmm,
whatever. It's happening everywhere. So I'd love it if you came to America. Come. I mean, it's cool. Like
mm.
we have there's a lot of it. That's the
Oh,
beautiful part about it is that we have this big country that's full of all these states, and you know every state is a little different. And but you can just kind of travel through it and go on tour with the band and like see all these places. So that's
mm-hmm.
cool. I mean, yeah, come on down.
That's really what I want to do. I would love that Guji can make more songs and become a really powerful band, and then can tour in America or just anywhere else around the
Sure.
world. That would be really cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think your guys are going to do it because, I mean, you know, you have this one release out now. I mean, you're a brand new band, so it's like
Mhm.
you. I mean, how long have you been together for now?
You mean Guji?
Yeah,
We have different setup, and this one is the one we kind of are staying on for
hmm
now, and we're playing shows, and it's been almost a year, maybe like
yeah.
9 months.
You guys are
Yeah.
babies. You're a baby band.
Yes, we are. Wah.
So I mean, you have so much time ahead of you. I mean, just keep on working at it and you'll get there. I mean, and so you're in a band with Chachi, who is a member of the band Round Eye.
Yeah.
And now they're already doing American tours and international tours.
Yeah. Sorry. Fuck.
You all right?
I
What's up?
just burped. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
Fine, fine by me.
Yeah, I'm really jealous that he get to have such a great band and tour and get welcomed everywhere. That's that's like my ultimate goal of having a band, even though
Yeah,
we're just babies. Mm.
sure, sure. But so you're with him, and so I mean that will help, and I'm sure that I'm assuming he will want to tour with you as well. Like downtime from Round Eye, take Guji out, right?
I hope.
All right. Well, I hope so too, because it would be great to see you here in Rhode Island, or in America in general, wherever you may land.
Which city are you?
I'm in. Well, I just say Providence in Rhode Island.
Oh,
It's a
all
very.
right,
It's the smallest state in the country,
all
and it's
right.
Rhode Island. Yeah, it's on the East Coast, so
Oh,
it's north of the.
罗德岛.
What's that?
That's in Chinese. 罗德岛.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, in
Wow,
Chinese. 罗德岛.
Lodadao,
Dao means island. 罗德 is the sound translation
Loda.
of the word. Yeah, 罗德岛.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. But
It's
but you make it
okay.
sound very nice. Um, but yeah, so we're south of Boston. So Boston, Massachusetts, we're 1 hour south of there. We're 3 hours north of New York City. So
Mm,
it's like right there on the East Coast.
okay.
Yeah,
Mm,
little place, little tiny place, but it's cool. And we like good music here in Rhode Island.
okay. Okay.
So you're welcome. Um,
Okay, sure.
all right, so let's see. We should talk about the monks a little bit.
Okay, sure.
So let me see. Where do I start? Okay, this is an interesting point. So Eddie Shaw is the bass player of the monks. And
Mm-hmm.
I found this quote from him. He says,
Oh,
quote,
yeah.
yeah, he says, quote, just imagine the sound of the Titanic scraping along an iceberg. He said, it was like discovering fire.
Oh, actually, I also noticed the feedback they use, and I read some story about it. That's how they get to transform into the monks from the previous band, which is called the Five Turquoise, right?
Torquays.
Turquoise. What does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
mean?
What torque? Torque is,
Turquoise.
well, I think Torquays is like a made up word. Torque is like an automobile thing. It's like or it's like a motor thing, like the torque. Fuck, I can't think of the definition now. Um,
It's okay.
yeah, but it's like torque is like, I think it's a degree of like power that a motor can have, a certain amount of
Oh,
torque. So
sorry.
Torquays, you burp again?
Like I have this problem of constantly burping and
Oh,
hiccuping. Sorry.
that's okay. That's fine.
Pardon.
I can edit it or I can keep it if you want. It doesn't matter to me.
Keep it.
Keep one.
Okay, keep
Well, we'll
one.
keep
Yeah.
one and then we'll cut every one other one out.
Okay. Sorry, I'm increasing your work. Oh
Mm,
yeah, so about the feedback. I was reading about it. It was like when they were practicing in this bar and and the guitar guy left the guitar on the stage and then
yes.
it started to produce the feedback.
Right.
And then they were just jamming to the feedback.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they found out it sounds pretty good. Then they start to use it very constantly in the following practice.
Yeah.
And one day when they were practicing these two managing guys, they walked into the venue and they heard it. They were using this. Then they got
Yeah.
interested in cooperating with them
Yeah.
and transform the five turquoise into the monks, a very experimental and weird band, just
Right.
because of the feedback. Sound very weird.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very cool start and definition of who the monks are.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. So you went into a very brief but full description of kind of like their history, of the band's history. Before we get there, so Eddie Shaw says about feedback, it was like discovering fire, right?
Mm.
So is there anything you feel like Guji discovered to help make your sound unique?
Ah, like let me think. Okay, I think maybe the drum machine.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing because we had a lot of drummers joining our band, and we will like the first practice we will tell them you need to give up your drum set and play our drum machine. That's also what they do live. They just press a button on the drum machine
Yeah.
because we like that plastic um electronic sounds
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
drum beat from the little box.
Okay.
And we also like to add different noises. Like I like to hang out in China. We had the suona. I wonder if you noticed after the second verse. That's also a Chinese instrument. The very sharp horn
Oh, okay.
during the bridge between the second and third verse. Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's a traditional Chinese instrument they usually use in celebrations or funerals. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
happiest and the saddest moment, they use that instrument.
Huh. So was that on purpose? Did
And
you like kind of use that specifically for that reason?
yes, actually, we just think it can represent China very well. But you know what's funny? This instrument is not originated from China. It's from Arab, just like Chinese violin. It also didn't come from China. It was from Arab, but we call it Chinese instrument
Well, you kind of have made it
because
your own, I imagine, over all the years.
yeah, right, right. It was passed to China during the Silk Road
Yeah.
period,
Oh, okay.
trade period. Yeah.
Yeah. We're all thieves. Yeah,
Yes.
every
Ha ha ha.
culture has stolen ideas, stolen inventions, instruments,
Yes.
culture. Yeah, we're all
Mm-hmm.
fucking thieves, you know? But
Okay.
that's like that's the culture. That's the way that the world has worked. That's the way that we've kind of come to be where we are.
Yes. Right.
So
You're right.
let me say I have another quote from Eddie Shaw here. Says, quote, "It was all about deconstruction, about getting rid of all the unnecessary words and chords and notes." Shaw remembers, quote, it was about playing music with tension and taking something so far to breaking point that the audience is getting nervous waiting for the change."
Mm.
So I was wondering about Guji's music, and it's just like, are you conscious of that as well? Are you kind of consciously, like, when Guji is writing music, are you conscious to the idea that you're trying to make people kind of uncomfortable in one way or another?
Actually, a little bit, and especially in the song "My Mouse Suit." That's
Mm-hmm.
the third song in the album,
Yeah.
and that song when we were playing it live, we will make the empty and repeating part very long, like until we can see some people are getting impatient.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we just want to put like some experimental elements when we were playing that long and repetitive parts
Yeah.
to make us sound weird and to make people feel what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, but it didn't really sound like that in the album. We do that live though. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you didn't record it that way, but I mean, but so obviously you are thinking about that. And do you think like the Monks was kind of specifically inspiration to do that?
I was thinking about that because I read some people saying their music, when they transfer it to the monks, they're trying more to get accepted by the German audience.
Right.
So they make the words as simple as possible
Mm-hmm.
and make the music very bouncy, like focus on the beat and the bass,
Yes, the Uber beat.
and very, yeah, very repetitive, so that it can kind of cross the culture and language barrier.
Mm-hmm.
But I also read in one of their, or the interview, saying people at that time, they find this kind of music really hard to dance to. But
Yes.
like later on, they start to rediscover and find it very easy to dance to.
Sure.
So I was kind of confused about, so are they trying to make it more acceptable or not?
I think with
Because
time, I think,
I'm
yeah, I think what happened was that with time, people caught on to this music, and this is kind of like what I was talking about with my previous guest Ben Krause from Neckbolt, because I know that he's a fan of the band Arab on Radar, which is a band from Rhode Island here, and they're a noise rock band.
mm,
So I'm a fan of noise rock music in general. And so my experience seeing that band was just like I first saw them play, and I was just like, these guys are fucking insane. Like, I don't know what's going on here. It's just like it's kind of like seeing the Monks, where it's just like it's so shocking at first when you don't have any frame of reference. You never heard anything like this before, right?
mm,
But then the more I would see them and the more I would listen to them, I would buy their records and I would listen to the songs repeatedly. And I was just like, okay, now I know the music. Now I know what's coming next.
mm,
And as you become more familiar, then it becomes kind of more comforting. And then you do know what to do. It's just like when you hear that beat and you're just like, I know what this beat feels like because I've been listening to it so much.
oh,
It's like now I
so
know when the change is coming. So now I know I can like change with it.
that's interesting. It's like they convert you to join their weird cult
Oh yeah.
with their
And
music.
full
That's
on,
great.
full on converted. Yeah.
Wow.
But
I
so the
like
same
that
thing with the
idea.
same thing with monks. I mean, I feel like, what they were doing was so unique and so jarring to the people that were seeing it at the time because all right, two things here. First of all, I have to go back to this album. So you chose this album, which is the Monks' early years. And the funny thing is like I guess according to this, the first 10 songs are demos that they recorded as monks. But the last two
Yes.
songs is the first recording they ever did, which was when they recorded that and released it as the Five Torquays.
Right. Yes.
So the D side of this album, Boys Are Boys and There She Walks, they
Yeah. Yeah.
financed by themselves as the Five Torquays and released as a
Yes.
seven
That's a
inch.
bonus track.
Yeah, I mean they say it's a bonus track, but I mean it's on this album. But I mean, but so they released that back in '64 by themselves. They independently kind of pressed their own records and sold them.
Yes.
But then you mentioned the managers that found them. These guys, one night they were spotted by Walter Neiman and Carl Remy. Okay, so those are the two guys, and it turns out they were two German design student graduates, and they saw the
Yeah.
band and they thought that they had potential, and so they asked them if they would be interested in having them manage them in hopes of getting them a record contract and essentially becoming superstars. And
Right.
so it was those guys, these ad execs, these guys that like know what advertising is, like know how to turn a person onto a product, that came up with the
Mm.
idea of these stark black cloaked people with the white rope ties, which look like nooses, and then shaving the head with the
Yeah.
tonsure with the bald spot on their head, and looking just completely menacing. They looked scary, and they would
Yeah.
live that, like after they suited up as the monks, Like they would wear that all day long, basically, because they would be performing half of the day.
Mm.
So,
So it's like they are then themselves transforming to the art,
oh yeah,
the
they were definitely living it.
thing. Wow.
And so that like the
But
reactions from people, kind of like what you're feeling about in China. You're excuse you, you're um
sorry.
no, that's okay. What you're saying like about China, the way you feel about the way that people see you or in general, like the this facade people have and so forth. I mean, these guys were walking down the streets and people wouldn't even make eye contact with them because it was so weird. I mean, it's like, what do you do when you
Mhm.
see a weird person walking next to you on a street? So you don't even look at them. You're like, what is that? You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what they were experiencing. And it's just like, but so I don't know. I kind of associate Gucci in that same sense because obviously your band is very conscious of perception, public perception, the way that you are perceived in front of people and the way that you perceive people around you, right?
Yes. You mean do we get any like these looks
I mean,
when we're playing?
I'm assuming you do. I'm assuming that you
Mhm.
because it doesn't seem like the style of music that you're doing is necessarily a popular thing
Yeah,
in your country right now.
right. Definitely not. And yeah, we'll want people to actually dance to our music, but our first show, like people were just standing there staring at us. Nobody was moving at all. They're
Hmm.
just staring. Yeah, it's kind of scary. But then I think about it, we also try to make ourselves looks unique. And I'm sure there are bands sound like this in America, but in China, in Shanghai, I think we're the only one that sound like this. So a lot of people they haven't heard about this kind of thing live, and they're kind of like discovering. But our following shows, people, like you said, they're converted, maybe.
Yeah,
Then we started to get people actually partying when we were playing. They stopped staring at us like we were some weirdos.
right. They start enjoying it.
Freaks. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to come up with a name with for Gucci fans.
Uh,
Kind of
Guji.
like they call Jimmy Buffett fans parrot heads, right?
Yeah.
So you need something like that, like a Gucci
Oh,
head or something.
I never thought of that. I need to think about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You think about it. You'll come up with something good, I'm sure.
okay.
Um, so now the other thing about this album that I thought was weird that you chose this album was that it's called Monks, but like you just said, it's not really monks. This is the
Mm-hmm.
Torquays. Like
But then they became the monks.
they did become the monks. I mean, but like, that Black Monk time is essentially what the monks became. And this is the Torquays making their way into becoming the monks.
Yes, yes. So
So I
that was the tunnel, tunnel.
Yeah, yeah. But I thought that was
Yeah.
weird. See, because I mean, I know why the people, like the Light in the Attic record label that put this out. I mean, I know why they called this Monks. I mean, at the time, I guess maybe they had already taken the name Monks. Like
Yes.
I'm a little weird up with the timeline. I'm not sure if I know it exactly, but they were the Five Torquays, and they were doing a lot of gigging, playing hour-long sets every single day of the week for years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so they go in to make this demo. And so I'm not sure if the management took effect at that point. I'm assuming they must have, but they didn't change the name. I guess they maybe all right. So the name change, Monks, right? Because of this record, um, almost every song on this album starts off with that weird organ intro,
Yes. Right.
which
The
sounds
stereo.
like a church organ.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I guess that was the inspiration for them to come up with the name Monks.
I was also thinking it's probably came from the song Monk Time, because I feel like they're very kind of like peaceful band. The Monk Time, that song, if you look at the full lyrics, not on this one, on the Black Monk Time,
Yeah.
it was talking about against the Vietnam War and stuff, and
Right.
then um they want everybody to become the monks, like peaceful and no desire and no killing.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
also kind of imagining they get the name from that song, or they make the song from the name. I don't know.
Okay. Well, so with Monk Time specifically, I mean, that's so I have the lyrics here from the album, right? Where is it?
Yeah.
There it is. And these are the lyrics for this album, for these demos, as opposed to the lyrics for Black Monk Time, because Monk Time in this version mentions nothing of the Vietnam War, mentions nothing of war
Yes.
at all. It's
Right.
beat time, it's hop time, it's monk time, and that's it. So I mean, I guess they came up with
Right.
the name already. They had already changed themselves into monks, but they didn't have the political aspect behind their music, and they didn't have the image yet. You know, um, because yeah, so like the lyrics here just say, "Hey, hey, folks, attention for the monks are coming up here. It's monk time now. Yeah, come on now, it's monk time. Yeah, it's beat time. It's monk time," and that's it. That's it. That's the whole song. Um,
Right.
so at least as far as kind of the difference between this one and then the Black Monk Time version, yeah, it's heavily political, and it was definitely definitely purposeful, I guess you could say.
Mm.
So what I have as a quote for Monk Time, and this relates to the Black Monk Time version. This doesn't relate to this one necessarily, but I have a quote from Eddie Shaw that when he was speaking about that song, he says, "The government may not reflect the interest of its people," and I feel like that's kind of something maybe a little poignant to you and living in China now.
I think all the governments are like that.
Yeah,
No,
they're all looking for their best interest or their own personal interests, and not for the better of the people.
I think so. Yeah, they're just trying to control the people using different ways to get
Like
the
viruses.
society, yeah, get the society united so it's easier for them to manage,
Right.
right?
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, why the government exists?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't know why government exists, really, to be completely.
Mhm.
We really screwed
That is
ourselves coming up with this idea of government. I don't know.
that is weird. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing as major corporations. Like, why did we allow major corporations to happen to take advantage of the people? These few people that own huge stakes and make billions of dollars from major corporations that end up controlling forms and aspects of the government through uh, donations and so forth, basically paying off politicians to vote in their favor. It's
Mhm.
it's corruption to the umpth degree.
But if there's no government, then there will not be punk music or any rebellions art,
Oh,
right?
now here's the philosophical question. It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Yeah, right. No, I mean, if we didn't have government and so forth, what would we have to rebel against?
I guess if we don't have government, some people will be rebellions against no government.
Sure.
There will
There,
always be opponents.
yes. Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. Yeah. So long as there are too many people in this world, there's always going to be people that are opposed to others.
Yeah, yeah.
Wild. All right. Let's get a little lighter here. Let's move on to the next song, Love Came Tumbling Down.
Mm,
So for me, the title comes from the lyrics, I think. And the best interpretation I can come up with makes me think that this song is essentially saying love came, but also fell apart at the same time.
yeah. So the guy is talking about he fell in love with a girl, but it makes him suffer a little bit.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think
about
that's
right.
what the song But I was reading about what they say about this song from Burger,
Yeah.
which is a vocal guy, and he says this song is a filler. And
Filler?
another guy, the bass player, also said to him this song sound like a filler, like just to fill in the place in the album, to just put it there. But
Really?
I
So they
actually
didn't.
like, yeah, they said that, but I really like this song actually. I like
Me
how it
too.
sounds.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I like both versions too. I love this one, and I love the Black Monk Time version too.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh,
Mm,
maybe. I wonder if that was their perception because this is essentially. I mean, it's like a love song essentially,
yeah, right.
and when
There,
like
it's
around
very
the
typical.
yeah, and for Black Monk Time, I mean, I think they were trying to be a little bit more conscious of like being
Right.
kind of political and kind
Different.
of
Yeah.
shocking.
Mm-hmm.
So Love Comes Tumbling Down is not necessarily that, but it's a great song for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I really like this song. This is the song that got my attention to the monks at the very
Mm,
beginning, I think. I heard this
okay.
song. I got attracted by the intro. The doom 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 doom. That
Right.
just got me right away.
Yeah.
Like
Huh.
I'm a big fan of repeating beats.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Like
are you a big
heavy
dancer?
beats,
Do you like
and
to dance?
I like to move, but I don't think I can dance very well.
Oh, okay. So it's not dancing. You just kind of freak out. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
No, that's great. That's even better because
Freak out.
I was just listening to this person that my wife sent to me. She sent me this YouTube thing from Mel Robbins. She's like this inspirational speaker. She has like a radio show and TV show and stuff like that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily agree with her wholeheartedly, but her whole conversation was essentially about that. She did this TED talk, and it was about that, like how to be productive, and it's to essentially it's to work on your impulse. So she's like a
Mm,
motivational speaker. She's just like she's saying, I can get you in these 12 minutes. I'm going to speak to you. I can get you to achieve anything, any goal you ever wished to achieve. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. And essentially, it's all about working on impulse to not stop yourself from, rethinking that thing that comes to your mind immediately. Like one of the things being like dancing. Like if you know, if you see a dance floor and music's playing or a band's playing and you are drawn into it, if you are captivated by it for whatever reason, and you feel the impulse to go up there and dance, more times than
mm,
not, you're gonna your brain is gonna take over and say like, oh, that makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to do that. Instead of
mm,
just working on your impulse and fucking going out there and freaking out and throwing yourself around
mm, mm.
like some of the
I
audience for
see.
monks, because like they were when they were performing as monks in the black cloaks and everything, people were scared. People didn't know what to think. They didn't know how to react. They didn't know what to do. But
Mm,
some few people kind of, from what I heard in descriptions of like what some of the audiences would reactions would be, it sounds like they were, you know, essentially coming up with the first form of like moshing and hopping.
oh,
Like punk
oh, just,
shows, in England, they do the hop a lot. They just do the bouncing thing.
yeah.
In America, we mosh and we fucking thrash around and fucking bang into each other. And that's essentially what some people were doing. These few people that would react to their impulse.
Wow. Wow. That's cool. It's so primitive.
Yeah,
Come
it's
from your instinct.
the most primitive. It's amazing. I mean,
That's so cool. I like
kind of
that. Wow.
kind of wish more people would behave that way. I wish I would behave that way. I can't. I'm too controlled. I'm too I don't know. Um
Shy.
I am shy to a degree, yeah. I mean, I can talk in front of people, but I can't. Oh, I certainly can't dance. I cannot dance in front of people.
Really?
I
Like
am
even freaking out? Cannot?
no, no, I can't. I like every now and then. I mean, like when I was a young kid, I think, yeah, I could more easily, and I had, and like there were certain circumstances. Like there was this one time I think I was 22, maybe 23, and I had just gone through a bad breakup with this girl. I really, really liked this
Oh.
girl, and she just basically was just like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this. And so I was
Oh.
heartbroken, and I ended up going out with my brothers, a couple of my brothers and my friends, and they were like, "Oh, fuck her, man, forget about her. Let's go out and let's go have a good time. We're going to go to a show at AS220, this club down here." And I was just like, "Okay, whatever, fine." And I was drinking. I was drinking a lot. Um,
Mm,
so we end up there, and I just remember there was this band playing. I think it was called the Neo '90s Dance Band. So it was like
okay.
this big band playing this music that's just really energetic and really danceable. And at that show, I ended up having a Miller High Life beer in my hand, and I was drinking it, but at the same time, like all of us were on the dance floor, my friends and my brothers, and we're all like dancing and freaking out and moving around.
Wow.
And I shake my beer and I'm spraying it all over the audience and myself. And like I take my shirt off and I'm still freaking out and spraying beer. And that was the only that was the only time I've ever done that. And I don't think I'll ever do
That
that
sounds
again.
like a really good time. Really, really good time.
It was a
Yeah.
really good time. And it was really funny because like there was a woman that was performing with that band that night who is a kind of a popular musician now, Erin McEwen. She was like a folk singer, but she does a lot more different stuff now. But she was like doing a residency at AS220. It's an art commune. So they have residences there where artists will live, and they'll give them reduced uh, rates so that they can work on their art and not have to think about paying rent so much. So she was there sitting in with the Neo '90s dance band. I remember coming off the stage and talking to us, and she was just like, me all beery and wet and half naked. And she's just like I just really admire what you guys were doing. Like I can see you guys like are really like in love with each other. Like, I was with my brothers. I was just like, yeah, I love these guys. They're
Oh.
my brothers. We love each other dearly. And she was just like, I can see that. Like
Mm,
you guys are obviously really care about one another, and it's really great to see this emotion in you guys. I was just like,
wow.
I guess that was it. Yeah, I guess that's what it was. Yeah.
That's true. It's really important when you're freaking out who is around you to make you just go free to freak the fuck out.
Right.
You cannot really be that comfortable around anybody, around everyone.
Right.
So if you can reach that status, you must be around some people that you fully trust or feel comfortable being around with.
Yeah, or maybe the opposite. Maybe like I think like now,
Oh, like you
especially
don't know them or don't
the
care
more
about them at all.
yeah, if I'm traveling, if I'm
Yeah,
like in a different like
yeah,
state or a different
that's true.
country, now I'll freak out. I'll freak out 100%.
That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody knows me.
That's right. So it's like no one's gonna
Whatever.
remember who
Yeah.
I am.
Yes.
So
That's
all right.
true.
So
Yeah,
now your
yeah.
time to share. When's your last freak out? When's your last good freak out?
I almost I mean like every live show I go to, if it's like a punk show, I think I almost freak out every time. I just that's part of the reason I go to those shows. I just like to feel like I'm releasing some energy, bad or good, from myself by freaking out while the music is playing and the energy is going with the music
Hmm.
that coming out of me by freaking out.
So you freak out
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah, very
Oh, good.
constantly.
Good.
Whenever I
See, I'm
go
glad to
to
hear
a
that.
punk show. Yeah, but it has to be a band I don't hate or I kind of like. If it's a band I like a lot, I'll freak the fuck out.
Good. That's good. I like to hear that.
But
Because as an old man, I'm
I
just like, this is a young man's game. This is for the kids.
no, 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 don't say that. No, it's not true. Mm.
No, yeah, I'm half joking, but I mean, I half mean it as a
Like I
because
have a friend, sorry.
no, it's okay. Go ahead.
Like I have those a bunch of friends that always go to the punk shows with me. One of them is like 50 something years old and she freaked out the most. So
Sweet.
I don't think it's about age. It's
No, it's not.
it's just
It's your
about
mind. It's mind over
yeah, yeah.
matter, really. But I do feel old, because unfortunately,
Oh,
I do. Like my neck and back right now are all messed up,
okay.
and you know,
I'm sorry to hear that.
it's
That
fine.
sucks.
It's fine. I'm not
No,
trying.
it sucks. Like neck and back, that really sucks. It's a bit
Right,
torturing.
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, even more than that, I mean, unfortunately, this is like it's the mind thing where you're absolutely correct. Like I should, as a 43-year-old, I should have no problem going out and freaking out if I feel like freaking out.
Do
Like
you
I
feel like freaking out though?
do I feel like it, you mean?
Yeah, do you want to freak out or
I mean, at
are you
shows that
stopping
I
yourself?
like, yeah. I mean, like
Okay.
when I see a band playing that I really like, yeah, I get the urge to, get up there and be in the front of the stage like I used to always do. I used to always be in the front. Like when there was a
Mm,
band playing that I liked, I was always there and just like, moshing or headbanging or whatever it was that I was doing. Um, but now, yeah, I feel so reserved. I just like to sit in the back now and just kind of watch what's happening. There's very few times I ever feel like, oh, I should go get in there and like, go get into that pit with all those people.
mm. I think when whatever you feel comfortable with is cool. Like if you feel like you want to just sit and watch and you feel comfortable about it, that's perfect for you,
Right.
right? You don't,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Whatever makes you happy. No, I completely agree
yeah,
with that.
yeah, just feel comfortable. Especially you're going to a show to get entertainment,
Hmm.
to make yourself relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like some of my friends they feel like they need to freak out. Like I don't know, or they feel like they need to calm down or something. Like they're doing something they're not really comfortable with or not what they want to do the most. They're just doing what they think suits the environment the most at that moment.
Right. Yeah. And that's that brain taking over, not letting
Yeah.
you act on your impulse. It's you're thinking too much or you're overthinking it.
Yeah, you're taking yourself too seriously.
Yep, that's my problem. There it is.
Oh no, no, I'm not saying you. I'm
Thank you.
saying people.
You're my
I'm not
therapist
saying you.
today. No, I'm not. I don't take it as offense.
No,
I honestly think that you're right, and I think that that's my problem. Is that I
no, because I wasn't saying that is a problem. I'm just saying some people are taking themselves too seriously and think they should do what's best for the environment, not for themselves. I wasn't saying that to you.
oh
Yeah,
I know you
because
weren't, but I
because
take it
you
that way because I think you're right. I mean I think
no,
that
don't take it that way because you
oh
say you feel comfortable being, I just feel like people should be comfortable.
yeah
That's what I think.
no
Yeah. I wasn't trying to say something against what you do.
no I that's fine. I agree with I understand.
Mm.
So
Mm.
we should move on. I actually don't have very much to ask you about a lot of these songs. I guess it's kind of my own perception because I know the Black Monk Time album so much and so well
Mm.
that hearing these songs is a little different for me. I also wasn't able to find anything about the songs specifically. Like oddly enough, the Monks' history is very, very well documented at this point, but I couldn't find anything specifically about like each song, like why, like
Mm.
how it came to be for the most part. Um, but the song "Boys Are Boys" is the next one. So
Mm.
now this song, it makes me think about your music. It makes me think go back to Guji. Is your song "Build a Friend for Me" your more inclusive response to this song?
There was like um an idea. Like I was just thinking, if we can build up a robot that can just give us perfect sex and with
Hmm.
no emotional attachment, that would be great.
I think they have
Like,
those these days.
yes, but yes, they do. Like those dolls, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't have one. I've never tried one. But
But they
yeah.
cannot move. I want one that can actually move, but just have no emotions, but
Mm,
can move and can do sex.
right.
Yes, that was the
Yeah.
idea
So,
about this crazy girl try to build up a sex robot with the thing that she has. Yeah,
right. Oh, good luck with that too. I mean, of
like
all
a
things,
Frankenstein
your household
sex.
items. So it's like, let me use this chair, and I'm gonna find a mic stand, a microphone. Maybe that'll help. I can speak into it, or I can use that for God knows what. Um, I mean, it's a great
Yeah,
concept. I mean,
that was the idea. Yeah.
yeah.
Have you have you seen the video?
Uh, yeah, that's the one with your mouth upside down, like your face, right? Is that one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we shoot stop motion with the naked Barbie and the mannequin
Yes.
that we have to fit that this theme more.
Hmm. Right. It's not graphic. It's it's very cute video. It's not graphic in the way that you're describing the song now.
Oh, really? Really?
Well, I mean, like
Okay.
you're saying you want to build a robot to give you sexual pleasure.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not graphic in that it's like explicit,
Yeah, right.
but yeah, I mean, but using like Barbie dolls and stuff like that to kind of like help make a human like robot, I guess.
Yes, like to put the soul in the robot to make it alive, but just with no emotions, only sex abilities.
Right.
Sorry.
It's okay. Um, I mean, that's funny. So it's essentially it's kind of like like a satire on relationships because you know I think I think for some people that really enjoy sex sometimes are turned off by the idea that like well I have to cater to a person's interests and their personalities in order to get to that point. Like even relationships, it's just like being like I'm married. I've been married for uh almost 14 years now.
Wow.
And so
Congratulations.
thank you. Thank you. But so that, so my experience as a married person for that long is that, you know, sometimes you feel like I wish I could just turn your mind off and let just have you be active in this and participate in this action, but not necessarily
Mhm.
have to like
Yeah.
do all the talking about like oh yeah hey what's your how you're feeling today. Sometimes it's like
Yeah.
you kind of want that immediate release, I guess.
Mm, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, did you feel this way? I mean, like, did you write this song or did Chachi write this song?
I gave him the idea, but because English is not my mother language, so he wrote the most lyrics and I was giving him little ideas. And
Oh,
he
okay.
learned poetry when he was in university, so he really knows how to master the words. So
Oh,
like yeah, so he did most of the lyrics part. I was just giving him the concept
oh, okay.
or like yeah.
So it's your idea but it's his words.
Yes.
Well, see, now this is a very interesting kind of uh juxtaposition here because the what we're talking about is this song being kind of um satirical because it's about relationships and you guys are in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So do you sometimes feel like you want to turn off Chachi's brain?
Uh,
Or is he saying that about you?
I think every person will feel that way, just like you just said,
Yeah.
when they're getting along with the intimate when they're getting intimate with someone. yeah, they probably sometimes they just want the primitive needs instead of emotional values.
Right.
I think that's a very normal feeling, and it's very natural, and I think we both accept that, but we didn't really have problems with sometimes thinking that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
great. Let's move on to the next song, Space Age. Um, Essentially, this is an early take on and a working title for what became Blast off of the other album, Black Monk Time. Uh,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, this song is on Black Monk Time, but it's a different version, obviously,
I
and it's called
see.
Blast Off on that record, whereas it's called Space Age here.
Okay, okay. I didn't know
Um,
that.
no, that's all right. So, have you had any title changes in any of your works so far?
Mm, we had the whole song idea changing when we were writing the
Oh,
songs.
yeah, like so
Like
all of the lyrics changed.
mm, usually we write the lyrics in the end.
Mm-hmm.
First we write the melody, and then we will talk about what this song is gonna be about. And we will just like when we were playing, we were mumbling with the melody,
Mm-hmm.
and usually the first word that came out will be the name of the song, and we will try to follow the idea around this word.
Mm-hmm.
But then later on, when we jam more around this theme, we will change the idea. Like Sorry Day originally. Sorry Day was about originally it's about a breaking up song. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's only gonna take you a week to forget someone that you love so much and then move on. That was a primitive idea of Sorry Day.
Okay.
Like you feel so sorry that you lost him, but just wait another week and see how it goes. That's why at the so but then when we edit the song more, we decide it become a song about someone fall in love with the person that he constantly dream about.
Hmm.
But then when he wakes up, she disappears. So every day is a sorry day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great concept.
Thank you. It just yeah, and just changed a lot actually since the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. And but Sorry Day, that's not on this album, is it?
It is.
It is?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta look for that.
It's the second last song before Serious.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to that again. I don't think I caught that lyrically.
By the way, I really, really hate the guitar part that was added in that song. But Chachi insisted and everybody else loved it so much. I hate that guitar part. I hate
Ooh,
it. That ruined the whole song.
whoa. Hot take here on Guji's latest release. Um, that's all right. Hey, you compromise. It's a very difficult thing.
Yeah.
That's why bands break up. Because that's why
Yeah, but
my
I
band broke up.
mean, oh, really?
Well, I mean, yeah, if you can't get along, you can't kind of like, see eye to eye and kind of agree to, you know, let things slide here and there, it's like that can lead
Oh, shit.
to breaking up,
Okay.
which I hope
Mm.
is not the case with you guys. You're making
No,
you're
because
making good work. I really hope that you make more good work and that you start
thank
going
you.
out on tour
Thanks. Yeah.
because I
Ruodedao. I gotta go to Ruodedao.
yes, that means Rhode Island. Yes. Please come.
Yes.
Um
Yeah.
I'm learning. You can teach me a little bit more when you get here because I'm not going to pick this stuff up. It's not easy for me.
What do you mean?
The language, the like I can't learn Chinese. It's too difficult. The enunciation, the pronunciations, it's hard for
Oh,
me.
okay. Like right now, I teach.
No, no, don't try to teach me because we will just be here forever and I'm gonna
Okay.
I'll murder it. I'll slaughter all of those words.
Okay.
But we know it's actually pretty late where you are right now, isn't it?
Mm, oh,
Is it like is it 11
it's
o'clock where you
like,
are?
yeah, yeah, 11:30 at night.
Oh my God.
Um,
Why did you want to do this so late?
because I usually sleep pretty late and like after 12 o'clock. And yeah. And actually tonight I'm not gonna sleep because in 5 hours I'm gonna go to the airport and go to Thailand
Oh, what are you doing
just
there?
to travel to 10.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah,
That
just
sounds
needed
great.
a break.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, that's cool. I mean, wow. Well, you're being quite a trooper because you're gonna be extremely tired, I imagine. But
No, don't worry. When I get out of this country, I'll be totally fine.
okay.
Just
One
kidding.
thing I want to ask you before we get going. So your new album is just self-titled, right? It's just
Yes.
Guji, and it's being
Mm-hmm.
released on Godless American. Is that
Right.
right?
God is America.
Godless America.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How did you hook up with Godless America?
It's Chachi's connection. He's friend with the guy of Godless America.
Okay.
They have been good friends forever. So he showed this guy some of Guji's work, and his friend really likes it. So he's like, "Okay, do you want us to release your band?" So Chachi says, "Okay," and they only do cassettes. They only
Yeah.
do tapes. We think that's a very cool idea for Guji as well. It's very weird and
Yeah.
primitive. We like that.
Yeah, yeah. But it's also
Yeah.
like new and stylish. I mean, it's kind of like this really cool um, you know, like production. It's like a blue cassette and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, it's like I don't know, the tape production these days is really kind of fascinating because you can do so much with it now.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, we like that. We all like that.
Yeah, that's great. So I guess for now, that's the only thing you have to release. And you're not no touring plans as of right now.
We need more songs. We need to get more solid as a live band.
Right.
And we definitely will if whenever we're ready and get the chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, I hope that happens quickly and soon.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
And I wish I had like a better way to wrap up this album because like I mean I think that it's so important and I'm so happy that you chose it. Um, but I didn't really have a lot of things to say about the songs, just the history of the band. And I see a lot of connections between like what Gucci's doing now and kind of like a lot about Gucci seems very connected to monks, and I think this was an excellent choice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah, that's
So
why I choose it.
yeah, it was good. Great choice. Great choice. I loved it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Klaire, for taking some time and talking with me. It's been very nice to meet you.
Thank you for hosting this. I really had a good time having conversation with you.
Thank you. Feeling is mutual.
Thank you.
Have a good trip.
Have a good life in Luodedao.
Luodedao. You bet.
You got it.
All right.
Yay!
Vinyl Vision is a Psychic Static production. Theme song written and performed by Jeff Robbins on 123 Astronaut.